once again for another follow-up of our Linux virtual environment. If you have been sticking with me, I know it's been a little while since I made my previous video on Linux containers, but if you've joined me here again, what I wanted to do today is to show you how to import and install onto your Linux container application a NextCloud appliance. What this is a self-hosted cloud platform solution. This will enable you to access your data from anywhere via web browser or mobile device. So that's the plan for today on this episode. So let's go ahead and get started. I've got our network up here set up. This is going to be our test environment. We've got our internet cloud here, our router set up, our switch, and we've got our two client and server host machine here. They're up and running. Now if this is your first time, I'd encourage you to go here to Linux, turnkeylinux.org, and go to the apps and then IT infrastructure. Here you'll find a lot of valuable turnkey ISO solutions that you can download and install either onto a virtual machine or a bare metal machine. But for our lab here, we're working with Turnkey Lxe Linux container. One host, multiple turnkey apps. So we can run this one host and then have the ability to install any of these other turnkey applications and run them as virtual appliances. So, and what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you how to go and install. We're going to do NextCloud. NextCloud is here it is. This is the latest in personal home cloud solutions, if you will. This is a fork of OwnCloud, which is another cloud-based or self-hosted cloud-based solution. NextCloud has a lot of enhanced features that OwnCloud doesn't have. So I'm going to go through here. We're going to show you exactly what to type in and get this loaded up onto your Lxe container environment and have that up and running. So I wanted to show you just what will be in loading up here, and then right here, this is what we're going to pull down is the turnkey appliance for this. So we said we've got our network up. Let's go and navigate to our. We're logged in. I've remoted into my right here. I've remoted into my container server. So, and we're going to take a look. I've got one appliance loaded on here, which is OpenVPN. That's not set up and configured. I'll save that doing something like that for another episode, another video. But we want to install on NextCloud. So, and to do that, I'm going to show you here what. So in order to, let's go to the, what was we're going to connect. I'm going to connect to the container here. What is this? What's the IP? So that's 10.9, 192, 10.9, colon 123, 21, I believe. That's what it was. HTTPS :/. Alright, yes, advanced. We're going to accept, add the exception. And we're here, so I think, and So this is the actual back-end web interface for this server, if you ever need to access that for the Turnkey appliance. But we want to go to so this is our Turnkey Lxe, and as you can see here, it gives you examples of how to set up your bridge, how to create your init hook configuration. If we scroll down, you can see there example for doing your NAT. If you want to set that up. Now, I think the main thing I really want to show you is the usage piece here, because this kind of gives you information on actually how to run and how to actually run this. And this is the main thing that I want to point out here. And what does that say here? So here's the usage command. You want to Lxe create. This is basically what we're going to be doing here. And then this is the command that we want to use to type in, minus the bridge command, because we've already got a bridged connection and adapters that has been established and set up. Once you install the appliance, the server appliance, this is created for you. So we're going to type this command in similar to this, minus the bridge configuration, to pull down our NextCloud. Okay, so let's go back to our terminal. I'm gonna toggle up a little bit. I typed this in before, and I'll pass it. I'll keep toggling until I see where is it at. That's what I like. Yeah. So here we go. So this is our command, and we're gonna kind of talk this through so you know exactly what's going on here. So just like on the end, let me see if I can move this up a little bit so we can see actually what the exactly like, so we can see similar to the example what we're typing. So I've got here Lxe dash create. That means we want it to, we're telling Lxe to create space dash in, and we're telling it to create a container. We're giving it an in, means you're giving it a name. We're going to name it NextCloud space minus T. That's telling Lxe that we want to use the excuse me. That's telling Lxe we want to use the Turnkey template. Space dash dash and then a space, and then the actual Turnkey appliance. You put this here, you type in the actual Turnkey appliance, the name as it is on Turnkey Linux Org's website. So you'll type the appliance in that you want to download, space minus V for version, and we're going to be downloading this is Debian version 14.2. This is Jesse. Say hi, Jesse. Hey. Alright. And I for initiate our init hooks. And if I'm going to show you, if you remember what our init hook file is, our inithooks.conf, this contains what we want, how we want our container to be set up, as far as the database and administrative login, the root password, the administrative password if it has a GUI. So I want to have you take a look at this. See, this is the sample one, which is the one that I'm using. Now, if you want to, you can change this. You can change this to signify, whatever you want to put in as the master password. And that will be the variable for your master password, and it will fill in here. And here you can go in and put your email in. I'll go in here and put just to get rid of the temporary one here. I'll put in my own email here. And app domain, you can put in a domain here. I'm gonna use my labs domain here, gns3lab.net. Okay, so we got all that set. So what this will do is, as it's setting up your container, it's going to pull this information to set up. So remember, when you get ready to log in, either as root or you're using the database or the app password, you go this whatever you type in here, that's what will get plugged in. So I just wanted to let you all give you guys a go around and show you that. We're gonna get out of there. Let's save and just to make sure it's good. So we're out of there. Let's go back a few to our deal here. So that was, what did we say? Our command was Lxe, and we wanted to create, and the name we're gonna just call it NextCloud. And we're using the template Turnkey. And we're gonna download. We're downloading the NextCloud appliance. We're going to be using version 14.2 Jesse. Gotta type you in there right. I think I did here. Jesse, that looks right. Let me make sure here. Let me make sure. I just want to v2 dash. Okay, yeah, I did type it in there right. And it's gone. Okay, so we said Lxe dash create name NextCloud, the template Turnkey, the appliance NextCloud, and we said version 14.2 Jesse, and we need to put I to initiate our init hooks in the path of it, where that's residing at, wherever you have your init hooks config file residing. And so that looks good. NextCloud looks okay. So once that's all set, you just hit enter, and it goes and it's doing its thing. So that shouldn't take too long, maybe a few minutes here, but we'll let that roll here, and I'll show you once it's installed. This is the easiest and simplest way to do it, minus any like line by line configuration. If you're not a big command line person, I set mine up. I did a standalone install, and I installed the app kind of via the terminal. But if you want to up and running, have a cloud solution up and running, I'd say in less than 20 minutes. Setting up a container environment and installing this is the quickest, easiest way to go. So once that's done, so let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what we got here now. CLS, fancy. All right, there's our NextCloud. So we want to go ahead and get that launched. And I did load up this web panel. Admin and admin. If you're interested in actually loading up this web panel, this doesn't come by default. I'll show you where to find this at. This is an awesome web-based tool for the Lxe container appliance. So you can find this right here. Just type in Lxe Web Panel, and you can find it. It's a GitHub project. Go down here, you click get started, and basically the easiest way, automatic install. You open up your terminal, this here, and you just copy that entire line, paste that in there. It's going to install this web panel, and once you're done, simply navigate to your IP address, port, and then the port 4000, and you're going to log in. They give you a base login here. You can change this once you get set up in there, but admin and then password is admin. Brings you to this awesome web interface here. It's just kind of an intuitive web interface. You can easily click and create container environments. You can start and stop them kind of really on the fly if you're not too familiar with the command line. So you see here we have our NextCloud. We're going to go ahead and start that. Alright, so our NextCloud is started. Hit that fancy again on there. See, then there we go. We have we've been given an IP address from our container server. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm gonna connect here. I'm gonna go ahead and connect to the NextCloud, because I will need to make one change. So let's go Lxe, and you want to say attach space -n, the name of the container you want to attach to. We're going to say NextCloud, and then hit enter. Alright, there we go. You see now we've changed to root at NextCloud. I just like to check my IP. Same IP, looks good. Alright, now, so we know our IP. (192.168.121.144). So what we're going to do, we're going to open up a another tab here, and we're going to go to that address, 192.168.121. What did we say that was? 144. 144. Okay, so let's hit enter. It says this is not secure. You're going to hit advance and say accept. Scroll down a little bit here. You want to confirm security exception. Let's give it a little second here, folks. And we appear to be running into some technical difficulties here. So let's go, and it could be because I'm running this in this hosted environment, and it does, yeah, it look like you struggling. Let me try it again. I'm probably, looks like I maybe a little bit limited on my resources here, so it's kind of, let's go ahead and we're going to try something here. I think I'm going to move my window for one, and I think I'm going to start and stop you, or stop and start you, just to make sure everything's all good on the up and up. So it stopped at, let's start our cloud back up. Okay, looks good. Now let's try this again. Okay, says unsecure, we're gonna accept. and voila, there we go. So it just took us, I had to do a stop start on the machine there, which very convenient. Now if this was a bare metal machine, you would have had to power that machine down. They had to go through its reboot process. I simply went up here and I said, let me stop this machine. I stopped it, we started it back up, so we're good to go. So as you when you get to the site, this is the first thing you're going to see, because the on cloud, your hosted server, it's only going to trust its own self. So what you have to do, it says you are accessing the server from an untrusted domain. It's basically saying it doesn't know this address, so it doesn't trust it. So you can try to add it. You can try to do this. It's not typically, this doesn't work. You have to do it. Typically this has to be done from the terminal. Yeah, see, so we're going to go back, leave that there. We're going to add that address so we can get in. We're going to add that address. Let's go open back our terminal back up, and we are going to get back on our container machine. Yeah, because we don't have that. So let's get back on our container. SSH, and we're gonna do U, and we said 192.168 dot, what was that, 121.144. Is that it? No, that's not right. That's the server's 10.9. And the password, our password is alright, so we're going to take a look at our containers. So there's our NextCloud running. We've got it started up and running. Let's go ahead and connect back to that. Lxe, attach, name NextCloud. Okay, we're there. Now let's go ahead and I'm gonna install the. It's always good to when you install these containers, it's always good to go ahead and install your SSH server so you can just remote directly into the container itself. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. apt, and this is the command to do that. So apt, and you can say space install open SSH dash server, and you might correct so we had some interruptions, so let me fix this. It's I need to dpkg configure a few things look like may have gotten conked up in the process here, so I need to let it rebuild the setup process here, which is fine. It's not going to hurt. Alright, so that's good. Now we can do our open in apt space install space open SSH dash server. Alright, hey, well, we've already got it installed. Perfect. So there's no need to do that. Awesome sauce. Let's move on. Clear the screen out here. So we're in our NextCloud. We need to correct this problem here. This is about not being accessed from untrusted domains. So we need to add this current IP address that our server's running. So in order to do that from here, you have to navigate to where this directory is. Now, I'm gonna show you this command. If you're not sure where to navigate to, you know that there's a NextCloud directory. Type in this where is command where is, all one word, space. We're going to type in NextCloud. If I can type here, NextCloud. Hit enter. And the results is if there's any directories containing this word, it's going to give you the results here. Now the only one that located, which is the user share NextCloud directory. So that's where we're going to navigate to. That's where we need to make our edit at. Change directory. Alright, so we're there. And we needed to edit the config. So we need to change directory to config. And the config PHP is what we need to edit here. Right there. So we're going to open up our editor. So right here, we're going to come down about, let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, about the fourth line down. You see it says trusted domains. Below here, this is where you want to add your trusted domain location here. So we're going to add we are going to add our local server here by, we're going to go here, hit an enter. And you need to add these in order. So if you got more than one domain, so you hit 2 equals, and we want that in quotes, and 192.168.121.144 in quotes. Then the comma, and that should do it. Now you want to hit Control and then O. Excuse me. That is going to add this local IP address to the trusted domain. So that's all set. We want to save that. Save it. X out of that. Now you may just, all you need to do may just refresh, and that should work, get you on in there. Voila. So we're at the login screen. Now remember I said the password, default password for this is going to be admin, and the default login is going to be admin. The username is going to be admin. Our password, remember when we took a look at that in NetHooks file, I said the password is going to be whatever you have designated in this NetHooks file. And we're using the sample, just default that comes with this to test this out. So our password is Turnkey. We're going to type Turnkey in here, and this will get us logged in. I don't want to remember, folks, and voila. So now you've got your live self-hosted cloud solution up and running. As you scroll down here, this is the home base screen that comes up. You can see there's you have a desktop application that's available. There's an Android application available, as well as an iPhone application available. You can use it to sync your data, any pictures, your documents that you want to throw up and store into your own personal cloud. You use your app, sync your app. Now, if you will need to have your own domain set up, have this pointed to, have your domain pointed to this, to your cloud service or your hosted solution, and that way, when you set this up, you'll be able to access this even via web browser. As you can see here, there's it's pretty straightforward. It's your own cloud. This is hosted right here. You got a section for photos, it's files. There's actually a section where you can add additional applications, such as If you have music, if you have a storage area for music, you can actually play and listen to your own music right here on your cloud solution. I'm not going to navigate too far. I'll let you take a look at a few of the applications. See, you can go here. We can say not enabled. Actually, let's see, media. Here's multimedia. Here's awesome. Here's the, like I just said, here's the audio player plugin. Here's an app plugin for video calls. This video calls is awesome. I think this is one of the best enhancements that NextCloud has above OnCloud, is this video call capability. So you're actually able to set this up. You can actually send a public link. You can send a link out email a link out to somebody you want to have a video chat conference with. It'll connect them back to your cloud solution. I think this is one of the best add-on features that they've come up with since development of this platform. You've got an Office plugin here. You can add on a calendar. You can add on a calendar. Here we there's a contact add-on. Here's one you can if you want to type up just a basic document. There's a mail add-on if you want to add your mail account or any external mail accounts. There's some security features to enable security. We've got Java XMM. There's a chat feature here as well. You can enable some chat capabilities to your platform. And then you can go in here. This is highly customizable. You go in here and let me see if I can move this over a little bit. You go in here to your right here. You go in here, click the admin, the login, drop down, go to personal. You go in here, you set up your full name. You can add a picture, credentials. You can socialize it, add your Twitter handle. Here you can check sessions. It's good. It has a lot of good monitoring features. Here it takes you. Here's the sync clients that we've seen before once you log in. Here, if you've got people this can be set up as a groupware suite, so you can actually collaborate and add users onto your cloud platform, and you as a group, as a team, add members and can collaborate on things as a whole, share things between each other, communicate, have a private communication, video chat, screen share as well. So you can go down here, create users. You can go here to the administrative panel. This is where it has all of the major components on configuring the back end. There's security settings you can do. You see I've got some pop-ups going on because this is the base install. So there's like updates. There are some security features that you can adjust to make this a little bit more hardened, secure it down a little bit. There's encryption available. Additional settings. You can configure this to so you can send out email, receive email. So this is an all-intuitive platform. I mean, this is if you're looking for something to have your own personal storage, your own location. If you want to move away from having your information out over to Google, out to MSN, or out with Yahoo, or any of the other storage providers, Dropbox, that some of the other major ones. This is an alternative solution. If you're pretty tech savvy, you want to kind of dive in, I tell you to go in, have at it. I've been running this for a couple of years now since they came out with the initial OnCloud platform. I migrated to the NextCloud just because of the new features and some of its capabilities. But if you have the time, you want to set this up, give it a try. If you're a little uncomfortable, you need a little guidance, you want a little bit more information, don't hesitate, reach out to me. Visit my website, leave us a comment, reach out to me, connect with me. My website is www.bewit.net. That's B as in boy, EAWIT.net. We do all kinds of unified communications. We set up cloud solutions. So if you do have an interest, come check us out. I think that's about all that I have for you. I mean, I was pretty excited about doing this one because I use this solution myself for my own personal use and my own business use, and I really wanted to share this with folks and get this out there. This is an open source solution, so this is something that you're not going to have to spend a big pretty penny to get a solution like this set up. Maybe outside of getting the necessary hardware components or whatever you need. But I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you liked it. I hope you pick something up from it, because all the videos I try to do, I like for folks to get something out of it and maybe turn around and share it with everybody else that they know. So this is JC. This is Be With Television. I'm glad that you enjoyed this has been our NextCloud container setup. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all in the next video.
Jello Beats, holla at me.
What they at?